Okay, so this is like the second time trying to film this because hashtag Aaron's terrible YouTuber. Like, hi, my name is Aaron. Terrible YouTuber, so I cut our heads off the last video and didn't want to do that and didn't want to post it, so. Yeah. Anywho, so this story, if you aren't able to read the title, which I hope you're able to read.
That would suck if you couldn't.
Yeah. It would be terrible, I'm sorry. But this is why I do intros. We had an exploring gone wrong, like majorly gone wrong. I'm making this video to kind of touch base with people who knew about what happened but didn't know the full story, or people who do explore. And you guys have come into incidents where you guys almost hurt yourselves or almost got into a really bad, serious, like, trouble. So Wednesday, we went to this abandoned Belglade drug farm correctional facility jail thing. And we've been there before. If you haven't checked our channel out on Amber and Aaron, link below, go subscribe. We uploaded a video there. I also uploaded this video on my channel of us coming to this place, and well, we went to it, and needless to say, we went exploring. Everything was all good, all fine.
About 30 minutes of daylight left.
Yeah, we got there about 8 o'clock, and we left at about 4:30. So it took us about 3 hours to get to this place. So you have to think 3 hours from our home. Like, that's
dedication.
Exploring. So we went into the church.
Oh my god, it smells.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I'm so sorry. What time?
Ew. So went to the church, did that because we didn't go the last time because it was too dark and there was an owl in there and I was not about that. Walked in there and then we walked to this other building. Just walk through the grass. Oh, look at the baby gecko.
No, I thought you said go.
Baby gecko. Sorry, the bugs keep flying in my face. And so we went to there, and we went to, I didn't actually film this, but we went to this like garden, which I don't know.
It was weird, but
it was a little weird, but we didn't film that. I'll insert pictures. And so we went there. Then the last place that we ever went to was
the library.
The library area, which was kind of cool. Looked kind of cool. It was somewhere where I guess the prisoners would have been like hanging out and everything, which was cool. So. We're giving the light. Password required. Make sure there's no spiders in the doorway.
Oh, this creepy smell.
And after we went in there, we went straight, and then I was like, let's go to the left because I want to see what's to the left.
There was a
graffiti
wall and stuff.
Yeah,
like
graffiti
that
on the wall
with stuff on the wall that was bad but funny. Sorry, not sorry. Insert pictures. And then we went around the corner, and there was like a wall that says something like, it was something about talking about pose here and like stick your ass out. Sorry. So me and Callisto were like, hey, let's take a photo. So Erin was like, hey, I want to join. So give the phone to her mom, and she like backs up to like get us all in the photo, and like we're all posing, and she backs up onto the grass. Keep in mind it's like nighttime out, so you can't really see, but we could tell that the grass was like kind of high, but we thought that there was like, you know, no drop because where we had just came out of, there was no drop. So she backed up, and she ended up falling like 3 feet, and we all rushed over to her, and basically we were like, are you alright? And the visual answered that she was not alright because her foot was facing
like
the other way.
It was literally like turned like
it
a
was
duck form.
Yeah, it was bad.
So I called 911 because I guess Calista and Amber didn't have service, so they couldn't really contact 911. So I was on the phone. I was telling them what happened, where we were at, and then I was trying to give them an actual address. I was like, we're at some abandoned jail. It's on like Orange Circle Avenue or something like that. I can't really remember the address. And so told him the address. I told Amber and Calista, I was like, you guys might have to go out front so you guys can help direct them to where we're at. So they went and they left, and this is her story about the whole shindig, because I was back there waiting with my mom with mosquitoes killing me. I was literally getting peed off because I was like, if these people don't come anytime soon, I'm gonna get eaten alive by mosquitoes, because they were crazy. Here's her story.
I'm dead. So we walked like out to the front, and then we walked all the way up. Anyway, so we walked out to where the railroad tracks are, which is at the beginning of where the highway is to get into the place. That was about probably a quarter of a mile to half a mile down. So we're down there and we're all freaking out. Like, me and Calista are flipping out. Erin and her mom are flipping out. Like, all anxiety, like tears, like stress, worry, panic, all that. Because, side note, her mom broke her other leg
like
in
2 years ago.
2015.
Yeah.
And she just got the clear in like April?
Of
But
last
she
year.
was completely good. So she was just not like getting into the swing of things. So there's that. Really bad situation. So they finally come and we get into like the ambulance, and we drove around until they took like the jaw cutters to open the thing, and we led them back there and got back there. They took her out. I was freaking out. I was having a panic attack. They were freaking out. Erin was the only one that had like a valid driver's license. So
yeah, by the time we walked out, like, we were following my mom, and like we saw police were there. Like, we were freaking out. Like, we're like, okay, this is like the worst thing that, like, obviously my mother's injury was the worst thing that could have happened, but from like trespassing, we obviously trespassed. So like, we knew we committed a federal crime, and so we saw the police. I instantly started freaking out. I don't know how you felt. I don't know how Calista felt, but I was like, God almighty, we're gonna freaking we're gonna go to jail. I'm too old, I'm too young, can't do this. But then that's when they asked us who could drive, because she had to ride with the ambulance with my mom, because my mom was freaking out and didn't want to by herself. So I had to drive Calista. We followed, thankfully, the hospital was like 2 minutes away. Not even, it was just right next door. So we went there. They got my mom in a room and all that. Then the police came out after we'd all calmed down a little bit. Police came out, questioned us in the lobby, and pretty much just asked, what were you doing there? Like, YouTube video. How did you find out about it? abandonedflorida.com, YouTube, etc. And he had even stated, he was like, I'm gonna let you on a warning. I don't know if the owner's gonna like press any charges, but I don't think they will. Hopefully they don't. They never did. As far as we know, they never did. It goes on to say that people have actually hurt themselves at this place before. They've gotten penetrated from a rusty rail, like a thing sticking out of the freaking ground. They've, hit their head and like busted it open to the point where they were in a coma. He goes, your mom was lucky because she's one of the few that I was able to actually talk to after this. And I'm just like, man, like, I'm thankful that all of us are like, okay, like, granted, my mom broke her right ankle, but, like, she's still alive, and, like, in the end, that's what matters. So we go to that hospital, transfer to another one because they couldn't do surgery there. They had actually somewhat placed the foot, at least aligned it. Not well, but they aligned the bones together and put it in a splint.
Yeah.
This hospital
got transferred there at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
They literally said they were going to do surgery, only to come to find out the next morning after
like 12:30
Erin and Calista and her mom like all had stayed up over 36 hours, keep in mind, because nobody can sleep in a freaking hospital, that they weren't able to do surgery until next week. We were like, frick that, because we're 3 hours
from
away
where we live.
Like,
so we worked out on how to get transported, so I had to put my mom in the back of the car with her legs propped up. She's pretty much it. I was an ambulance driver. So we pretty much just drove 3 hours straight to our local hospital here in town. They checked and examined and did all that stuff that they needed to her leg, and they said we're going to have to do surgery like tomorrow to stick her with external pins. So me and Amber finally got to go home, get a shower, brush our teeth finally, sleep decently, and did all that shindig stuff. Go to the hospital the next day at like 3 o'clock. Mom's already out of surgery. She had surgery and everything. She had external pins, so her leg looked a little creepy. It looked a little something like this. Alright, so that's what her leg looks like.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. She has to actually go back in 2 weeks to possibly see how the swelling's doing and possibly get another surgery for the pins and screws or
to be put in place for the fibula.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So that's gonna happen in about 2 weeks. Moral of the story: be careful. Don't go exploring. I would say if you're gonna go exploring at night, be extremely careful.
Be aware of
be
your
aware.
surroundings.
This could have happened easily to any one of us. We could have just fallen somewhere else and like did some kind of other damage.
This can happen to y'all, then that's why we're telling you.
Mm-hmm. And like, you know, if you're gonna go exploring, go during the day. I say most likely go during the day. Make sure you know how well tight security is. We didn't actually know that there was an owner that owned the place.
See, there was no trespassing sign.
Yeah.
So we, like, you know, like, being that we saw it on YouTube and we saw it on, like, the
saw how easy it was to get
website, and the fact that keep in mind, so many people have gone to this place, we thought it was fine. And when we went, there was, like, no sign. So when we found out that there was an owner, we were like, oh,
fuck, we actually did commit a crime. Love my life. But we just got left on a warning, so that's better than jail. Thank the Lord. But moral of the story, be careful. If you explore, be cautious. It is always a risk, I feel like, going to abandoned places because there could be broken floors, there could be holes in the floors, there could be
mold, mildew,
asbestos. Like, asbestos is mainly why a lot of explorers wear masks, because you don't know what places have asbestos and what don't. So you especially want to be careful in those places.
You don't know what asbestos is.
Look it up. I'm actually going to leave, like, Sam and Colby, Oh My Gosh TV, and Exploring with Josh, all of their links to their channels below so you can go watch some of their videos. If you explore, or if you're interested in getting into exploring, I just wanted to kind of make this video to kind of point out the dangers of exploring and what could potentially, or what will potentially happen if you're not careful enough. So it's just going to be a long road of recovery for my family and a lot of adjusting and getting around and getting used to doing things differently. Like, I had to change my work schedule to work at night so I could take care of my mom during the day while my dad's at work. So, like, it's just a lot of adjusting and, like, working things out. So, love you guys. Please be careful if you're going to explore. I'm going to start saying this every time if I go exploring somewhere. Be careful, please. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. I'm already at 222 subscribers. Crazy. What? How?
So crazy.
How? But I love you guys. I probably will start posting a lot more. I just kind of wanted to take a couple days away from posting videos because I just felt like it wasn't right.
We need a break because it's been a whirlwind of the past few days.
Yeah, we might post, the video actually was for our channel, so we might post it this Friday. Maybe, depending on if we want to or not.
We're sorry.
Our link to our channel will obviously be in the description below. I've already probably said that, so whatevs. We also might be doing a flower and milk water photography challenge video. Maybe sometime soon. Whenever we can go to Hobby Lobby and get some flowers and some dresses and do our thing. So, I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.